Apparently, UPDF is back with its first disarmament of Karamojong. We all know one thing, that Karamojong is a northeastern region in Uganda, comprising predominantly of the Karamojong tribe. Here is a great number of people who actually deeply love cattle, even if the cattle is sick or not, even if their health condition is poor or not. In other words, they are practicing typical nomadic pastoralism, where they move places to places after destroying their home environment without anybody telling them that historically overstocking density destroys your environment. They did it themselves. Now, Karamojong has been disturbing their neighbors so severely, especially the Acoli people. The main reason is because they have guns. One thing I know very well is if both sides are to use equal weapons, they will stand no chance against the Acoli people. But then, forget about that. That would sound like offensive, like somebody who wants confrontation, no? Now, the point is, the first disarmament is back. But there are some people who call themselves human rights activists. Human rights activists who have stayed and watched Acoli being killed by Karamojong, who have stayed and watched Acoli's property being looted, houses burned, women raped. We have been posting these things on social media. We have been advocating for this for so long. Human rights activists who have seen economy of Acoli scramble down. Sometimes you may wonder that are the Acoli people being punished by United Kingdom because those of Chief of which protested did not collaborate with them. You wonder that one. You realize you have a lot of NGOs in Karamojong who disturbs people a lot, but the Acoli people who need post-war recovery for years, they don't have it. The Karamojong, they distributed a lot of properties, money and the rest, but still that one doesn't happen in Acoli. So, and the same people crippling a lot of government programs in Acoli, crippling developmental programs, of which Acoli would have contributed to the gross domestic product of Uganda via the agricultural background. And then you go ahead to say that you're a human rights activist. I think that kind of human rights activism is very stupid and must stop. And then one thing I have to say is the leaders of Karamojong, they may go and deny this, but they are the ones who always defend. I've been to certain meetings where you can clearly see that they defend these rustlers. They defend it properly because they say they want votes. Votes? Do you know the future? Do you know the future of your people? To keep surviving with the gun, stealing properties, killing, unless you want to say that the people you are killing will end or you will finish them. If not, then you should be worried about the future a lot. You need to start thinking of alternative source of livelihood for your people. That is to the leaders. Stop defending them. Stop wanting votes. Admit the fact that you're being wrong. You call rustling culture. Culture? How many cultures have been abandoned because it was good? That's a hawk's culture. Rustling is a hawk's culture. Stupid mentality. Now, at least of recent, we have some RDCs like Idegana who have struggled to maintain peace in borderline, like there in Agago district. There's some kind of glimpse of peace. But the forceful disarmament needs to continue and needs to be rigorous. Now it is back. It needs to continue. You are having a gun in Uganda, the constitution does not allow. Civilians are not supposed to have guns. You're having a gun, you're a rebel. Why are they not being called rebels? And yet they move and attack the civilians. So if people it is only those who attack the government army which are called rebels, then why don't you call them terrorists? Because they are terrorizing the people. Why is the UPDF not treating them like they should treat the rest of other criminals who possess guns? So it's a high time the Karamojong joins and collaborate in making gun free. Let Karamojong become gun free and let Karamojong regain peace. That life is not peaceful. That's not a peaceful life. And You know, it is the Acoli which is feeding Karamojong, and it's the Acoli which is being killed, looted, done everything. They even talk bad about Acoli, by the way. Can you imagine some Karamojong say that Acoli are stupid for allowing cattle to sleep outside and they sleep inside the house? Does that make sense? The forceful disarmament has returned, and it should be effective, and zero guns should be left in Karamojong.